looking for. These are the games that we want to be in. Close games, tight games, a lot to learn from that. I made a little miscue there myself, so like we can all grow on these situations. But the best part was 3 quarters, under 20 after the first quarter, under 30, so 3 quarters in the 20 defensively. Our effort, our physicality, our defensive edge was there, and our competitiveness. Got a little stagnant there in the fourth quarter, which can happen. Those are learning and growing moments, but we're doing this as a group, and I was really pleased with our response from the last game.
Megan.
What did you think of the way Cam responded as well too tonight, especially kind of up and down with minutes, but it seemed like it didn't even affect him the way he performed?
We know how he is. We knew he was going to come out and play well tonight. Like I said, guys get opportunities here, and that's the great thing about our team is that everybody's going to get a chance to look. He had a great night tonight. Was really pleased with his effort and how he played.
What does it say just about his mental fortitude as well too, to be able to stay ready and then have that type of impact?
That's the thing we've been really liked about him is we're getting him into our program and how he's worked, how he's trained, how he's got acclimated to our culture. He's been terrific, and that just shows you the work behind the scenes. That stuff pays off when you really get after it like that. So really positive effort by him tonight.
The first half, Dallas's defense did a pretty good job of keeping their shell intact to keep you out of the paint. That third quarter, you guys made a huge adjustment. What did you like about the way you all were able to then attack their shell, get in the paint, but also still get the 3 looks that you wanted?
Got off the ball a little quicker. We started to play a little bit in the crowds there in the first half. Once we got off it and moved it and shared it, we were able to make secondary drives, get open looks in the 3, get to the rim. And when we do that, we're pretty hard to guard.
Good job.
Coach, when you started, you mentioned a miscue that you made. What are you referring to?
Oh, at the end, when the reset on the shot clock, Keyshawn there at the end fouling, we should have held off and just played out the 9 seconds. I misjudged the clock. I told him to foul. That's on me.
What did you make of CJ's defense, especially against Cooper Flag, because he stripped him twice, almost 3 times?
CJ, you said?
Yes.
I thought our overall team defense was great tonight. We did. After the first quarter, we were terrific. I thought we fouled a little bit there, but when we got our defense set and kept them out of transition, our defense was pretty good.
Chase.
I know three-point shooting hasn't been a strength of Dallas's, but a much better performance for you guys than last night. What was the difference for you on the perimeter?
Just our scramble, our contesting, our flying around, our multiple efforts. That's the stuff I was really pleased with. We continue to do these things. We're going to keep growing as a team. And like I said, being in these situations is great for our guys. They're learning to grow in these things, how to manage leads, how to play down the stretch. All great stuff.
Go ahead, Chase.
And you went with Malachi again. What have you noticed about him so far this year?
Yeah, he was ready to go. And, JC got in foul trouble, got 4. So we needed an extra guy to come in. Again, it's just another example of guys who are ready. He's doing a great job behind the scenes, keeping himself in shape, and his game sharp. And I thought he had really positive minutes tonight. Good for him.
You alluded to this before. What did you see from your team's offense there in the fourth quarter, and why did it get stagnant?
They were switching. They were switching everything. They went small. Sometimes you can get stagnant in that a little bit. We tried to play a little bit of one-on-one. But these are the lessons when the game in the fourth quarter for both teams can usually slow down. Can you execute your stuff? Can you run your actions that you want? Being in those situations is great for us. What can we learn from those? What can we grow? Now we can look at the film. Those are the things that are really positive. Getting into those situations are going to carry off big time down the road.
And how do you want your team to attack a switching defense in that situation next time you encounter it?
We got multiple things. Obviously, I'm not going to give away too much of that, but usually when you're in situations with that, you want to ball and player movement. You can get stagnant because that's why teams switch. I felt like we actually were able to get in the paint. We maybe could have kicked out a few more, but give them credit.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned that in this game that you were pretty pleased with the fact that they gave physicality and were aggressive. What would be the next step in terms of the mission that you guys are having this season for the next game coming up?
Keep building on that. Keep this the consistent thing to how we play. Keep making this something that we can do for longer and for better. That's the goal for us. Those are the important things. that was a good step tonight.
Hi, Coach. I know Bub's been struggling the last couple games, except tonight. He's trying to show that he's getting a little bit of his groove. What's something that you've been telling him to try to feel comfortable in his role? I know it's a little different than last year.
I think he's been growing the way he should. We've asked him to become a better defender. He's been defending terrific. Now he's playing with a different unit, and those are all things that take some time. He made some key plays down the stretch of our game, hit Alex on the roll, different kickouts, spray outs for shooters, but this is part of the maturation process for him. Being in these pressure situations, learning how to run the team when he's the main handler out there, all good stuff, like where Bub's going.
Tactical question for you.
Yeah.
The success you guys had in the second half with the middle pick and roll, what was the key to it in how, especially it seemed like Alex really activated himself in there. What was the key to that middle pick and roll specifically?
We thought they were putting 2 on the ball, and Alex can play in that pocket and roll. He can either finish or he can pass, as we know. He can just put a lot of pressure, and we were delivering it. We were just getting off it quicker. I think we tried to force that a little bit in the first half. Showed good growth, finding the right decision, getting off it quicker allows us to either get easy shots to the rim or kick out threes.
Did Dallas do anything to take away CJ offensively in the second half after he had, I think, 21 points in the first half?
Some of the switching, he got off it too a little bit, allowed us to get other guys going too. That's, when you have good players like that, it's not just about him scoring, it's about the team scoring. He can generate gravity for everybody else if they put, like I talked about, he was one of the guys they were putting 2 on the ball and getting other guys shots. That's just the normal flow of the game.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.